Hi, this is Heather from Trace Lighting, and in this video we'll be covering the Submaster functionality of the LimeLIGHT software. As you can see, I've already got a show file open, my fixtures are here, and I've saved a few states already into the state library. This is the window that we're interested in, the Submaster panel. You can see there are 12 faders in all, and each fader has an Include in Builder State button and a flash button. There are some further options on the left-hand side here, which we'll cover later. This number relates to which page the Submaster panel is on. The plus and minus allow you to change the page, minus moving down and a plus moving up a page, as you might expect. In total, there are 20 pages available, and in full and busking mode, we can have as many Submaster panels open at one time as we wish. So to open a new Submaster panel, we select the playback menu and click on Submaster panel. This new window can be moved about and resized as we wish. You can see that the page is independent for each Submaster panel. So this panel is currently on page 1, whereas this panel is currently on page 2, and we can move around as much as we like on each panel. The Submaster faders can be used to control any state, queue or queue list you've created using LimeLIGHT. To assign these, locate it in the relevant library, then simply click and drag onto any empty fader. You will notice that the writing below the fader changes to reflect the name of the state, queue or queue list you've just added. To remove an assignment, right-click on the fader track and select Clear Submaster. You also have the option to add straight to a fader when you save a state. To do this, select the Save and Put on Submaster option. You'll notice that the new state has both been added to the library and that all the empty faders are flashing I am free. To add the state to one of those faders, simply click on the I'm free button, and the state will be assigned to that fader. Actually, playing back from the Submasters works in much the same way as most traditional physical lighting desks. For states and queues, such as on the left-hand side here, you simply click and drag to raise the fader and activate that state or queue. You can also use the middle scroll button on a mouse to move a selected fader up and down. Notice that as you move the fader, the label changes to display the level as a percentage. You'll also notice that any activated states are coloured green instead of red. The playback of queues, such as on the right here, is slightly different. You will notice that the flash button has been relabeled Go. To activate a queue list, you need to raise the fader first to the desired position, and then step through the steps by clicking on the Go button. The fade times will follow those you specified when you created that queue list. By default, the fader will map to intensity, so the higher you push a fader, the brighter the intensity will get. Any other attributes saved to a fader will snap full on as soon as it is activated. However, it's often useful to be able to control these other attributes too, so in LimeLIGHT, any attribute may be mapped to a fader. To do this, either select the Select Fader Control Attributes button and click on the fader you're interested in, or right-click on the fader track and select the same. This will bring up a window which lists all the attributes saved into that state or queue. To map these to the fader, tick the box next to the attributes you're interested in and select OK. You'll see that now the red colour will fade slowly in as the fader is pushed upwards, whereas on this green fader, simply moving it up snaps. There's also an option to allow different attributes in the same state or queue to be added to different faders. This is particularly useful for shapes or chases, as it allows you to control both the size and speed independently. To do this, open up the Control Attributes window, select which attributes you want to put on a different fader, and press Selected to Other Fader. Any empty faders flash again, and we just click to add it to that fader. You can now select what you want the original fader to control, and this gives you independent control over the size of the chase and the speed.